Hello, hello everyone. It's Dana here with Love Soul Flowers, and we are here a day early because I will be away tomorrow with a photo shoot. So we are here a day early, but I hope to catch most of you. If you are looking to get notified about videos, there's a few things you have to do. So first of all, our Facebook business page, it's facebook.com/lovesolaflowers. Make sure you follow it and set your settings to see all the posts and get all of the notifications. Hey, Tina. So that's the first thing. Follow our business page and you will get notified when we do a video. Hi, Nancy. And then also join our group, because I always announce it in our group about 10 or 15 minutes before I come on. And the group is facebook.com/groups/lovesolaflowers. So I always announce it there. Sometimes I even give a heads up on what it's going to be, so if you want to catch it or not. But make sure you follow this business page as well so that you get notified when we come on for videos. So tonight's going to be fun, but if you haven't seen, hi Delaney, if you haven't seen the sale, hi Sherry, it is up to 70% off on our favorites, and that does not need a code. So check that out. Go see the sale. Again, it's up to 70% off on some of our favorites there, and you don't need a code, which makes it super easy. So the prices you see on our site are the prices already discounted. Hi, Elizabeth. If you have a wholesale account, you will still get the cheapest price possible. And again, if you haven't seen the news in our group, again, if you haven't joined our group, please join it, because we give all those little behind the scenes stuff. But in the group, we announced that shipping for wholesale is less now. It's over $100. And so, so you don't have to log out of your wholesale account. You will always get the cheapest price. Again, these prices, you do not need a coupon code. It's up to 70% off on some of our favorites there. So check that out. And our website is lovesolaflowers.com. So we are going to make a hair clip, but it doesn't have to just be a hair clip. So I just wanted to talk about the style of clip that I'm going to use first. I did get mine on Amazon. I shop on Amazon for everything just because I have Prime. It comes like a day or two, and actually, Molly, my floor is being finished. My kitchen floor is being finished tomorrow night. So that's another reason why I have to be out of my house. So the kitchen's almost done, which is great because I'm tired of construction. Hi, Tracy. So we're going to talk about the clips that we're using. Again, I use mine. I always get them on Amazon because it's just easier. It comes to my door, free shipping with Prime, all that stuff. But I'm sure you can find them at places like Walmart or Hair Placey type things. But this is the kind of clip that we're going to be making tonight. It's this little, I think they're called alligator clips, but they're small. Okay, but here's the thing. So obviously they clip by squeezing them, and you can slide them in. You can slide them into any hairstyle. But this is obviously the way to use it for your hair. But I thought of other different ways that you can use for this. So you can turn this one little clip into a few different things. So yes, alligator clips. There we go. You can do them as a hat piece. So sometimes I do photo shoots, and obviously colors change. And if there's a hat, we just clip it right onto the hat so we can change it out. So if you are someone who loves hats and likes to be able to change it out according to the color you're wearing, it's a good idea. It also can hold paper. It could be a bookmark. It could be anything you want to clip it on. Things around your house, like if you have like little stacks of paper and all that kind of stuff. There's just so many things you can do with a clip as opposed to it being a bobby pin or a comb or something. You can actually repurpose this for different uses. Excuse my hands. I was obviously dyeing red today. I look like I don't know, fixed like some roadkill or something, but that is red paint from dyeing today. But yeah, so if you use a clip this style, there's different ways to do it. It's also pretty tight for thin hair. I mean, I don't have very thin hair, but for those of you, a boutonniere or clip on your pocket. But yeah, so I don't have very thin hair at all, but if you do have thin, these are kind of strong, like their grip is tight. So So it's another good thing about these little doodads. And it came with like, you know, a package of 10 or whatever. So they're cheap and they're easy to work with. So we are going to start and do our clip tonight. And then also, like, when you guys come up with like cool ideas on how to use some of the things that we talk about during our tutorial, we'd love to hear about it. So if you think of new things, you can share it here on the video so that people can see it when they rewatch the video, or you can share it in our group after you make yours. Show us how you do it. But I like it because it could make things interchangeable. Anything with a clip can interchange on different things. I was just thinking about all the different places I could use to clip, and I was coming up with some wild things like the tissue box, or I don't know, some really crazy things. But if you come up with anything, let us know. But we're gonna get started. So what we need first is some satin ribbon. So any of my hair clips or combs or anything, I like to use some type of material, because gluing, hey Martha, gluing directly onto metal can be problematic sometimes. So, you know, if it's too hot, it could melt off. It could peel off easily if you bang it too much. So I like to do a layer of fabric, because when hot glue hits fabric, and yes, a purse, or even I was thinking like shoes, you know what I mean? Like you can clip onto your shoes. Yep, Tracy, see, we are thinking the same thing. Even like little girls things, headbands, so you can interchange colors. Anyway, we've got a lot of ideas. But I like to use ribbon or burlap or twine or something, because when hot glue touches silks and material, it soaks in and it makes it so like it is indestructible. There have been times I wanted to take things apart and could not, because I use material. So material on material with hot glue in between it soaks so hard that it is something that lasts forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it, and I'm going to make sure that I'm using the top side, which is the side that kind of slopes down. And I'm going to just wrap the top in this ribbon here. And I'm going to use a silver ribbon, because I'm going to use a blue rose here. But what you also want to do with these types of clips too is have that covering any type of hole, because otherwise you're going to be gluing and it's just going to be dripping through anyway. So beyond just the fact that it will stick better, it will also keep you from burning your hand. So let me just seal this. And again, I'm just putting it on the top. Obviously, I want to make sure my bottom is loose and free. And these kind of clips, these little alligator clips, they are pretty still tight, even with the fabric. Even if you have thin hair, the ribbon or anything in there doesn't tend to slide out. I'll show you. Let me just let it dry, and I'll show you in my hair how it doesn't just fall out easy, even though it has fabric. And it doesn't really matter what it looks like. Doesn't matter where you cut it or anything, because we are gonna completely cover it. But it's just for the hot glue to be able to soak into, because again, hot glue with in between fabrics always will stick better than just on direct metal. So let me just show you how it doesn't loosen. Okay, it still has the same grip even though it has fabric on it. And again, you can do whatever you want. You can use burlap or twine or something like that. Twine gets a little tricky with these little bitty things. So the ribbon just makes it super duper easy. And again, you're not gonna see it, so it's not a big deal. Now, what goes on top of this is going to be the space that you have to make whatever you're adding to it. So if I want a really big clip, like for flip-flops or a purse or something like that, then I'm gonna want bigger leaves so that there's more space to attach my flowers on. So I'm not gonna go crazy big with this, but I wanted to show you that you can fit a decent amount of things onto these without it being too difficult. So I like mine a little bit off to the side. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take a leaf. So I have my faux eucalyptus here. And I put that to the side so that when it goes in, it'll be like, what's the word? Like a V almost with these leaves, okay? So I'm gonna do this. Now again, whatever my leaves space is what I'm gonna be gluing onto after this, because these leaves, again, if you follow the instructions and you put some fabric onto that metal before you put your leaves, these leaves are not going anywhere, okay? So No, I am still doing filler, Tracy, but again, we're just using a little clip. But the leaves will stay on here like forever, forever, forever. And so you can build your flowers onto these leaves without it doing that. So again, so I made like a little V so that when I put it there, it'll be like that. Okay, again, depending on what you're using this for is the direction you're gonna wanna build it. So I am gonna use this faux little Dusty Miller leaf here. Let me just see where I wanna put it. I don't know if I wanna make it like a little, let me see. Let me hold it there and stick it in my hair. Again, not that I'm necessarily gonna use this for my hair, but. So if I have that like coming forward, that might be cute. Okay. All right. Let's just trim the bottom because I don't need it this long. And the bottom is going to get covered up with flowers, so it's not a big deal how I chopped it. All right. It's kind of like how we make a corsage. But again, the trick really is about securing these greens. Okay, I know it looks silly now, but just trust me and have faith. Oh, now I got glue in my hair. Sometimes I test these when the glue is still wet on accident and they get like stuck forever in my hair here. So we're gonna always start with our bigger flowers first. I have a 2-inch and I've got a 1.5 inch. And I got a 1 inch. And again, if you want it to be much bigger, you're gonna go with bigger leaves. And those will attach just fine. You attach the leaves again to that little fabric that's on your clip and then the leaves to each other. And you could really go out very far. Again, this is actually, I'm actually gonna bring this to a photo shoot tomorrow to put by a veil. And again, think about that. Something you can clip on your veil, then you take it off, take your veil off for the reception and then put the clip back in. So there's a lot of different ways to use these. I'm gonna glue here the side of my flower. And I'm gonna let it dry before I play with it. Tina, these scissors are from you and they are the perfect ribbon cutters ever. Okay, and I'm just gonna put my second little guy here. Hi, Elsie. All right. And then I'm gonna put my little third baby. Now, again, you can be using very big, I've made these clips. People are surprised. They're like, how did you get that huge thing on a clip? And the way is to really get that starter base of greenery as big as you need it. So I'm just gonna let that dry before I add some leaves and some more playful things here. I've got some faux greens here. Right, Bobby? That way you don't have to deal with the whole collar thing for animals. You can just clip it on. There's just so many things when you put these little alligator clips and they're so tight. I love them because of that. So let me just see. I'm just gonna kind of play around for a second to see where I want these guys. It's like a little bit long. All right, it's all right. All right, let me just clip the bottom of this off and we're gonna put this little guy in. So now you're gonna wanna put your filler stuff in between your flowers, kind of where your gaps are, so that we fill in the gaps. Tracy knows that. Tracy understands, right, Tracy? I know that you're a good gap filler. We talk about gaps a lot in our groups and how you just find the gaps and things slide in. Yes, Callie. So Dusty Blue is actually a very popular color scheme right now. So I'm excited that I got this little blue guy on here. All right. So I'm just adding these again within the gaps. And that way you don't see kind of the bottoms of any flowers or anything like that. And we get a nice full piece. Right, Tracy? But we're good at covering gaps now. It's just always the easiest thing to do is just to look for the space between flowers, and then that's where you go. Hey, Freda. All right, I'm gonna put this in here. So again, I'd love to hear all your different ideas of what to do with these clips. I'd love to see you guys make some. They're so cheap and easy. This is also something, if you do craft shows, that's easy to carry because the clip is like a couple cents. You use what, 3 flowers, let's say $2.50. And if you use your leftover greenery from the bottoms of things you use, I mean, you can make these for like $3. So you sell them for $5 and you sell it too. Okay, I don't know the name of this color, but in the group, remind me and I can try to look it up to see which one I used for this one. There's a few dusty ones that I like to use. I'm also gonna go in the middle here. Let me see if it's obnoxious. No, it's not obnoxious. I'm gonna do it there. But yeah, Luann. And also for like buttons holes, like people who have, you know, the buttonholes, it's an easy clip. It is like really, it is a truly a tight little squeeze with these alligators. I mean, you know, I would put it further back, but if I put it further back, you won't be able to see it, but you get the hint. And you can, again, you can use any colors, any styles. Again, I'm using a 2-inch, a 1.5 inch, and a 1 inch. I am gonna add some star filler to this. I love star filler like everywhere. If I could use it on everything, I would. I just love that they're cute little flower blossoms. They just go right with it because they're little baby flowers. Who doesn't want little baby flowers in their things, right? I'll pin it to my shirt too, just to show you. And again, you know, these tutorials are meant so that you guys get creative on your own too. So hopefully you take things I say and kind of adapt them to your own style and your own projects and make some really cool things. So I'm gonna add these little babies. Yes, I will, Marjorie. 1 second. Let me just finish these little star flowers and then we'll just recap real fast. Look at all this glue in my hair now. We'll recap in just a moment. Let's see which side I want. I either want on this side or that side. I think I'm gonna do it on this side. And then also with these little baby star flowers, you know, you just bundle them together and you put the glue and you slide it in. Yeah, you can get a lot on these little clips because, again, if you're building it with the base first, then you'll do it. Okay, so I'm gonna just recap and then we're done. Actually, how fast is that? I could make these like on my own in like 3 minutes. Like, could you imagine selling them for things? I mean, they're great for bridesmaids. Everybody always wants to accessorize things, even if it's for a bridesmaid and you're giving them little clutches or something like that. Again, these are so great because you can like put them on anything with a little clip. So this was the back. I know that someone asked about the back. So it's this clip and the alligator clip. Can you see it? And then I wrapped that with some satin ribbon just so that we can adhere the greenery to the satin instead of directly to the metal. Because if you do it directly to the metal in certain temperatures or certain roughness of it, it can pop off the metal. But if you have fabric to fabric, the hot glue, because obviously it goes on wet, soaks in both of them and then hardens and dries that way. So this leaf will never go. I mean, like, I would have to really tear this apart to break it apart. It doesn't just pop off or anything. And these alligator clips are pretty tight, so it doesn't really affect that either. So we did that. Then we did our greenery base. Again, you could use whatever greenery. Again, if you're wanting a really big full clip, which is totally cool, you could do feathers. You can do like the fascinator type things with like even the little netting. You can do so much. But you're gonna wanna make sure your base is as big as you're gonna want where your flowers go, because your flowers are going to be adhered to your base. But feathers are really cute, peacock feathers. I use these for a lot of things. And again, you can put them on things on flip-flops or if you have little laces even. What other things? Like I said, you can do it as like a paper like holder. Anyway, so then we, after we did our base, we added our flowers. I did 3 types of roses with a little bit of that dusty blue. And some little extra sprigs of greens. And then I did the star flower to fill it in. And I always kind of make it where I have a leaf where you squeeze, so you don't have to squeeze a flower. And then that goes over there. So let me just try to put it in my hair a little further back. I know it's hard to see if it's back, but right in the front of my head looks a little crazy. So you could do tropical things. I actually sold these for a wedding shower. Yes, a hat brim is what I've done for a photo shoot because they couldn't actually change the hat or send me the hat. So I had to make something that attached to the hat. But I've done a tropical themed bridal shower. And I did a little palm leaf and some orchids. The lighting makes this look blue, but it's not really. It's actually just green leaves. But as you can see, you can tuck it in braids. So really there's so much you can do with it. Obviously you may want a hairdresser to do it if it's something professional instead of like, but look, you can even turn it in different directions. With the alligator clip, that's also nice because you can keep turning the shape of it because it really sticks in there any way that you need. But I do love this for, especially for brides too that have veils that are going to come off before the reception. Because again, you can just lock it right in, boop, like that, and then pull it out. It's not a big comb. It's not a bobby pin. It's not something that's going to pull your hairdo out. Like you literally can clip it right onto the veil, pop it off, take the veil off, and then pop it back in. But it's just a fun little thing. Also super duper cheap to make, like a couple dollars. We'll have you make this. You can sell them at your shops and things like that for $5 and then make, you know, a couple dollars on each one of them. You pump these out like crazy. Again, all the greenery that I use is leftover greenery from when I like make bouquets. All the little greens you have to pull off the very bottom. I use all my leftovers. I never waste any of that. Can you use in back, middle, or flower girl's hair? Yeah, for sure. Like this can clip again because you can do, let me see if I could just do a quick, because these alligator clips are super strong. Like I don't even need to, well, I'm not sure I'm going to show you this, but I don't even need to like put in anything more. Like, can you see the back of my head? Can you see the back of my head? Say yes if you can see the back of my head. So anyway, but anyway, you can put it in the back of the head. You can put it anywhere. And again, these are nice because they are strong. And you can slide them right into rubber bands or things like that. Sometimes combs get a little tricky to stay in hair. You have to have nice full hair sometimes, or like the shape of it. The combs are a little tricky, but these are just as big as the combs. See how full it is? It's just as big as a comb, but it's gonna totally stick in. And I like the fact that you can kind of rotate it around. All right. Okay. And I also like the fact that you can use these on things to interchange them. You know what I mean? Like if you are going to use it on a hat, you could totally just do whatever color you need. If you're someone who does like to do photography type stuff and you want to keep changing, it's just a fun way to, like, you know, switch it. Totally Bobby. These things stick like, I mean, like a comb wouldn't just stay in my hair. And a comb too, it's hard to get it this close. Like if you wanted something that kind of goes in your face, like I love to do feathers that kind of hang over my eyebrow. Not my own, but like a person's eyebrow. A comb, you can't get so close to your face. So like, you know, if you're wanting the things to kind of come close into your face, if you were using something maybe softer or a feather or something like that, this gives you that ability where a comb doesn't. And a bobby pin is too skinny to make something so big. So it's a good kind of in between. Yeah, they can work as corsages too, especially if there's a pocket. They can work as a boutonniere. If your man has, again, is going to put it in his button or a pocket, we can wear it on our shirt. Yes, it's definitely easier to position like any style. And again, I like things close to my face. I just like, I guess because I like pictures and you can't see it if it's in the back of your head. So I like things that kind of come in your face. Wreaths, that's perfect. Rebecca, that's a great idea. You can actually do like 4 or 5 of them and pin them all over the wreath, like in a couple different spots, and then pop them out and stick them back in. You can make with little pine cones or Christmassy things. But I just love these little guys. Very worth buying, you know, a bulk pack of them. They're so cheap on Amazon. They are called Alligator Clips. You can get bigger ones too, but I do like these little ones because I do like the ability to keep it little. Oh, wrong one. No, I'm playing with this one. I wanted to put this one back in. I do like the ability to have, you know, it little so it can do things. Again, this one, obviously I would make it a little more delicate if I was wanting it this close to my face. Like maybe feathers or something like that. But just to show you. Yeah. And then again, like if I don't like that angle, like maybe I want the big flower to be far away, then I can just, yeah, like, so this might be a better angle. You can put it like behind your ear, whatever. This is not the hairstyle for me. I gotta dye my hair tonight, guys. I usually don't come on video when I'm this gray, but you all now see my true colors. but of course, the day that my hair is like super gray is a hair comb one, but at least it distracts from the roots. But anyway, I love these. I am known for doing hair pieces just because I think I love them, so I put like my heart and soul into these little guys. But there's just so much you can do for them. I actually have let me see if I can read. I have a lantern here. You could probably clip them onto lanterns, like at the top part. I'm sure there's like little pieces to slide. So there's just so much you can do with them. And again, they're so fast, so easy, so cheap, and just fun. And you can totally customize so many different ways. So I hope to see yours, and I want to see them in different ways. Maybe I'll clip them on a flip-flop and show you what it looks like. I'll take a picture. And I just want to be able to see your ideas too, because I, you know, come up with some things, but I think we all have something to offer. We all live in different areas of the world as well. So sometimes people come up with more rustic ideas. I'm in New Jersey, so it's more beachy kind of feel here. But definitely please post what you do with them and your pictures. And maybe we can have like a selfie day where we all put these pins in our hair and share our pictures, something fun. But join our group again. It's facebook.com/groups/lovesoloflowers. Make sure you're getting notifications for our videos here on our business page. Make sure you're following it so you get those, and then you can set the notifications for all. And then don't forget about the sale, which is up to 70% off on some of our favorites. And you do not need a code. Everything that is discounted shows the price of the discount right there on lovesoloflowers.com. So that's it. Sorry for the day early, but we will see you again next week. All right, guys, have a wonderful night.